The Webflow CMS has a great tool for creating test data very quickly. Anytime that you're building out a new site and you just want some data in the CMS so that you can actually begin work on your layout, it will generate all sorts of test content for you. But if you've worked with this for a while, you'll notice that it's very repetitive. It doesn't always have good context for the content, and it definitely can't do anything specialized or industry specific. It has very specific things it understands, only Webflow's predefined field types like links, colors, text, and it will create those, but it can't get any more specific than that. So what happens if you're whipping up something like a nice template for medical offices and you want to load in a bunch of doctors to actually have some data that actually looks legit? It is now February 2023, and anytime a question has anything to do with text in any way, the answer is always try ChatGPT first. So what we're going to do is see, how does ChatGPT do at creating some test data? If you're not familiar with ChatGPT, it definitely deserves a couple hours of time playing with it, experimenting with it to see what its capabilities are. You will find it useful in so many ways. So I've already prepared a question. I'm going to ask it, and I'm just going to paste it in here. I want to specify fake data because ChatGPT is getting more and more aware of potential abuses, and it may reject your request if you actually ask it for, if it thinks you're asking it for real people. So I want some fake data. Give me some doctors. I'm including name, specialization, date of birth, age, hospital branch, and the years as a doctor, as a CSV file, and I want 50 of them. Let's see what ChatGPT does. Now, the first thing it's going to do is it may misinterpret your question initially. So I'm going to just click regenerate, and then I can see it's misinterpreting my question here. Create fake test data. A list of doctors. There we go. Let's try that again. So learning how to craft your prompts is absolutely essential to using ChatGPT effectively. If it doesn't work the first time, try something different. You'll generally find your way. As long as you're asking for legitimate data or your legitimate response, you'll generally have a way to craft it. Now, it is off and running, creating my records for me. It even has the header row, which means that if I've created these same rows, let me stop generating this. If I've created these same fields in Webflow, numbers, dates, etc., I can immediately load this, and I will have good, legit data. Now, look at something in particular here. Not only it's incredibly accurate here. It is listing actual medical specializations, even though it could easily have been misinterpreted. It decided to give everybody a doctor prefix. The dates of birth are all realistic. These people could definitely all still be alive, right? We're not getting into any 200-year-olds. And the age is matching. The age is in sync. It interpreted those two things as needing to be in sync. It created some hospital names. These may be real. Some of them are real. The Mayo Clinic. And the years in service as a doctor are all realistic. They're all within their actual age. It's frankly, it's amazing. Like I don't even know how to process what I'm seeing here. This is amazing. Now, I've started creating this. Let's see if we can modify it. So now I'm going to say make all of the hospitals in Wisconsin. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to see if it'll allow me to modify the data based on my pre-existing prompt. So hopefully it will regenerate, and there it goes. And look at that. Wisconsin General Hospital, Hospital of Wisconsin. I do not know if all of these are in Wisconsin, but just having a quick look at it, it looks very, very possible. So let's stop that again. And let's say, let's try some international names. So I'm going to create a modified data set where the names of the doctors might actually be using foreign characters. So change the doctors' names to Chinese names written in simplified Chinese. Let's try. I'm discovering this at the same time you are. Now, it is clearly generating simplified Chinese characters, which is amazing. Are these legitimate names? I actually wouldn't know, but absolutely looks legit to me. It will definitely work for the purposes of testing our data model and testing our interfaces and how they work. Frankly, the versatility and the flexibility you can get here is just amazing. What if we wanted to add a Twitter profile? Add a Twitter profile column. I'm gonna say Twitter URL column. And there we go, Twitter URL, and it is throwing dang legitimate looking. So this is the point here, is that the amount of time it would have taken me to do this manually, I would have been in Google Sheets writing functions and scripts, manufacturing test data with substring and compositing functions and lookup functions and randomization functions. I don't need to do that anymore. Here with ChatGPT, I can dive in and simply describe and then refine what I am looking for until I get a data set that I actually want to load into my test site and generate exactly the views I'm looking for. It is an amazingly powerful tool. I'd highly encourage you to use it in all sorts of powerful ways to make your web design easier.